how to configure SSO. For this, I am using a application which is provided by Microsoft for just testing or demo purposes, SAML demo purposes, which is called Microsoft Entra ID SAML Toolkit. Okay, let's go. As usual, I'm now in the home page. Going to Microsoft Entra apps, then here all apps, then click on new application. Usual steps for any enterprise application registration. Here I'll search the application. This particular application only to test SAML, nothing else. So just probably for training purposes, testing purposes. Okay, I have chosen the Microsoft Entra SAML Toolkit. Let's click on create. Okay, so now now our focus is on single sign-on. I'm going here, but there are other options for other purposes in the Microsoft Entra application. Other purposes, we can try other options also, but here our goal is setting up single sign-on. I will go here, get started. Okay, and again in the single sign-on I would use SAML. Other two options are there, but now our focus is on SAML. Okay, so the first step is to configure the basic SAML. So add it here, and here you need to mention some information like sign-on URL, reply URL, and identifier. Sorry, yeah, and identifier. Okay, so for this you need to go back and see what are the identifiers. Go and see what are these information. Okay. Okay, here the reply URL would be the same one that is showing here because it is the application we have added from the gallery, so it has given the information. But if there is an application which is not in gallery, you have to go to the application and find out what is that URL. Okay, yeah, and then this is done. And next sign-on URL, again it would be same because it is from the this application from gallery, so it has kind of provided information here itself. So these are the two mandatory attributes you need to configure. That's all. Remaining are optional, so just keep it simple. I'm not going for optional settings. First part is done. Then we need to download the certificate. This certificate we would be configuring into the application. So now I would go ahead and log into Microsoft Entra SAML kit. This is a page of Microsoft Entra SAML toolkit. The first time you have to register with your valid your Entra ID account. So here put the email address and the password. Okay, because once that is done, login. Once the registration is done, login. So this is done, registration is done. Now the next step from the application side, SAML Toolkit. Here we are using SAML Toolkit, but in this case, if you have a HR application or any other applications, you would have a similar setup. So there in the application, you have to, the application, let's say HR application like SAP HR application or success factors or any other application would have one SAML configuration page. You have to go there. Okay, so there you would have a little different pages steps, but ultimately you will go to the SAML configuration page. You will get some configure, put some informations into configurations. So in this case, you need to click on create. Okay, here you need to mention this login URL, logout URL, and the certificate that we have downloaded from. So this particular page could be similar for other applications also, any other HR application or any other cloud application. You would have to go to SAML page there, and you have to mention login URL, logout URL, and certification. This login URL, logout URL of Entra ID. Okay. Now let me go to Entra ID. Okay. Now I'm at Entra ID page. Okay. So 3 steps are done. So these are the information I'm talking about. You need to copy this login URL, identifier and logout URL, and paste it into the SAML configuration page there. I am now taking login URL. Yes. And then I would take Entra identifier. Okay, then logout URL. Logout URL, and I would choose that certificate. Okay, so this is done. So from the information URLs that you need to take it from Entra ID, we have taken here and have taken certification also and uploaded here. Create. Okay. Now SAML configuration from application side is done. Now we can go back and test our SAML configuration. Okay, so now I have created a user. With that user I would try. Now we can go ahead and test with the users. This is my Entra ID. I am going to test with this user. I have many users. Created many sample users up to 30, but since I know the password of this others, I need to probably reset. That is why I am choosing that particular account. I'll choose this account. Let's go. So test sign in. To press the page, I'll select user. I'll select, see the user principal name. This I would select this user principal name. and password. So what we are doing now, we are logging in with the Entra account to that application. In this case, it is an application from Microsoft itself to test the sign-in. But if you are configuring this with the third-party applications, to the third-party applications, you are logging in with Entra ID account. So you are not logging in with third-party account applications account with the Entra ID. This way we are achieving the SSO. So if you have multiple applications registered like this, configured like this, for all those applications you can log in with Entra ID account. Let me go ahead and see. This test page, I can log in. I'm able to log in. This is the demo. So this is the demo of configuring SAML. What we did first, added this application into Microsoft Entra applications. In this case, we have found the application from the gallery. Some applications you may not, that would just have a little different steps. You need to add that application separately, that we can see later. But here we have a application in the gallery. Then if the application is in the gallery, steps would be little easy because you would get all the configuration endpoints easily. So then we configured few properties in the Entra ID SSO page, like replay URL and other property that you need to get it from the third-party application. And we have once this configuration is done, we have downloaded the certificate, and then when go to the application, third-party application, and go to SAML page, SAML configuration page. Every application would have SSO page. From there, there you have to configure the Entra ID URLs, like login URL. There are a couple of more URLs that you need to log in, then test, configure, and then test the SAML configuration.